Welcome to another great episode of the Darren Green Show. I am your lovely host, Darren Green. Okay, coming to you loud, live, and in color. Okay, shout out to our audio listeners. Shout out to the YouTube listeners. Shout out to the YouTube listeners, especially because y'all got my last episode to 1,000. Okay, the third 1,000 in a row. Okay, let's keep that trend going. Okay, let me hit that bomb. And shout out to our listeners at the We Are You Radio. Okay, I'm here with some guests. Okay, y'all been on the show before, but this is the first time you'll be on radio. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my girl, Miss Medusa Show Off. Okay.
Hello.
In the essence of it all.
Period.
Neutrals of mine. Okay, on the clock app, honey. Child, for the time being, we probably gonna be on YouTube by the end of the year. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
All this stuff that's going on, and we got some topics about TikTok in a minute.
I'm sick of them.
You sick?
That's because you look so nice. I love your hair. I like the
I know it's giving.
Thank you.
Cute. Super cute.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys.
Range Rover, okay.
Period.
No, but yeah, like first of all, what I like to do on the show, we how was y'all's weeks? How's y'all doing? To get everybody acquainted to what's been going on with their lives and stuff like that, child. What's going on?
I'm ready for the
life
weekend.
and life and child. Yeah.
Life is life.
I'm ready for the weekend. I'm planning on celebrating. My best friend is turning 30 this weekend, so I plan on celebrating 30 years friendship, 25-year friendship at this point.
Oh wow,
that's a long time. That's good.
We've been friends since we was 5 years old. We've been friends since kindergarten, so I plan on getting very drunk. I plan on getting her very drunk. She don't know it, but we finna get fucked up this weekend.
You going to the spot, honey?
No, I can't tell you where I'm going, but I'm going out of town.
Oh, okay. Oh no, definitely. Oh, okay. Got the Corona out today, honey.
I'm drinking Corona like a ratchet bitch. I just need something to just like wet my palate. I don't have anything to drink in this house. My husband had some beer, so here I am.
I know that's right. And see, I'm a not a Budweiser. Why was I about to say Budweiser, child? I'm more of a Coors Light girl.
I don't want anybody drinking Budweiser. You're too young.
I like beer.
You're too young. I like light beer though, because I don't like beer that's too in your face.
Like an IPA.
Yeah. Or like a Heineken. I don't like Heineken.
My honey like IPA. Between IPAs and Modelo. At first it was Yingling, but now it's like Modelo and like IPA.
Your honey got good taste.
Modelo is okay though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely give it to them. But like I said, I'm of course like growing. Okay. Now
I like wine.
You wine be making my stomach hurt.
I like champagne. I'm really in my champagne bag this year in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Champagne tastes like juice.
No.
Champagne.
I used to think it tastes like vinegar, but I don't know. It just tastes like money to me.
Now it tastes like money, child.
Period.
How much champagne costs? It's more expensive than wine, regular wine. Right?
I feel like it is like quality champagne. Yeah.
When it comes to liquor, I like drinks like a margarita, stuff like that. Maybe like a vodka.
A cocktail.
Yeah.
Vodka cram because I love me some cranberry juice.
Any Hennessy drinkers in the house?
You, I like
Taylor Port. Everybody do that.
Oh, you lost me.
I love Taylor Port. I can drink at least 3-4 cups and be a little bit tipsy.
No, that really makes my stomach hurt. Now I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm from Jersey. Jersey people, we drink some Taylor Port, child, and that is some cooking wine, by the way.
Yes.
But like when I tell you used to drink
it,
we used to call it the baby Henny because that was your intro into Tennessee.
I can see that.
But
that's so good, man.
It's good, but after a while, like when you drink like a whole girl, not me, she done popped out.
I'm sure she'll be back.
She back.
Yeah.
No, yeah. After that one time I had drunk the whole bottle, I was like, never again, child.
Not you drinking the whole bottle. You're supposed to sip. That's the problem. People be drinking it like it's alcohol. You're supposed to sip.
Girl, what I need is sip it from a straw. I don't want to get
sip it from
I don't want to get
like
shamed.
Every, few minutes you sip it, and like you gotta pace yourself with Taylor Port. If you drink it all at one time, I think will sneak up on you.
Essence, you did not catch my drift, child.
She didn't catch it at all. I caught it.
What'd you say?
No, I'm not supposed to drink it through a straw. I don't want to get shamed.
Because we all was doing that, okay? I used to drink
Exactly. I'm like,
20-ounce straw.
especially if you went to college, like
Yes.
A lot of
Even
the
in high
debaucheries.
school.
Let's be very clear. Like, come on now. I had my fair share of stuff. Now, with
It was
that
a
being
shame hurt so
said,
bad.
since we're gonna get to it. Since we going in the right direction, that was a good segue into what we're gonna get into. So for the listeners, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. We got to talk about Nicki Minaj again, honey. Oh my goodness, this time she's trying to compare Rihanna's and Meg's abuse, girl. We got to get into that.
Oh yeah, that was.
Then
I
we
make
got to get it
about that. Sorry, go ahead.
right. Then we got to get into Chrisean, child. She done lost 200,000 followers. I think a little bit more too. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
UMG removes music from TikTok. Apparently, child. That's something that Universal Music Group.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of people's sounds are silent right now. Okay, because they use music in their TikTok, and we got a lot more coming up now. It's the Darren Green Show. Okay, yeah, that was for the We Are You Radio. All right, so let's get into the first topic. So we got to get into Nicki Minaj, honey. Now let me read this out, and then we'll get into the topic. Okay, Nicki Minaj hopped on the X Spaces or Twitter Spaces. I cannot believe I said X. It's Twitter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, hosted by Joe Budden. And she compared Meg's situation or interview that she had with Gayle King to, I guess, Rihanna's interview in 2009 when the Chris Brown assaulted her. I have a video that we could play, child.
Mm-hmm. Now you going Gayle King. She wanted to be honest, this is so obvious. She wanted a Rihanna moment so bad.
What do you mean?
Let me finish. Rihanna is just known for, being herself. You see, you get what you see what you get what you see type of, vibe, right? Rihanna never would milk something like that. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to get that part of her life. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to just try to move on with her life. You understand? And then people even bashed her for not dragging it out, not milking it. And she just, she was just like, yo, I was mad young. We were young. Like, I just want to move on with my life now, yo. You know why? Because Rihanna knows that she was a superstar with or without controversy. She's beautiful with or without controversy. She's loved with or without controversy. I'm sorry, sympathy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the room go first, and I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna say this. Do you know what this reminds me of? You remember when the whole Bill Cosby situation happened, and all the aunties, and the women in his generation were like, oh, that's just how it was, and blah 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 blah. It was a hard time to be a Black woman, and during that time when you remember when Felicia Rashad came forward and was making statements and was saying forget about the women and da 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 da. This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, she had hers back real bad.
Real bad. And it's just this is it's Nicki, you sound like them old ass, outdated aunt. You're that old, you are officially the auntie, that old auntie. And it's just so sad. And it's so funny because people be like, oh, 40 is not that old. Well, clearly it's not that young, because that's how you sound. You sound real out of touch with your fan base and just with reality and with society. That's just what it's giving. She just, to me, it's just giving old, outdated auntie, uneducated auntie. That's what she sounds like.
Yes, very much so.
She's somebody's mom. That's a sad part.
And they were saying on Twitter and TikTok, and they were saying that if her son was, God forbid, to ever follow in his daddy footsteps, that she would be the type of person that would blame the victim. Like, oh, what did you do? What did you have on? Instead of holding her fucking son accountable.
What would you have on, Jill?
Yes.
Right. That's how they be like, oh, well, what did you do to him to make him do that to you? Nothing. And the fact that she said that about Rihanna is just so weird to me. Do you think that Megan wanted that to happen to her? Do you think that Rihanna wanted that to happen to her? How are you trying to compare the two?
Mm-hmm.
And the way your mind is set up, like how sick are you? When I watched
She
that,
is very sick.
when I watched that interview with her and Gayle King, while it was not it wasn't the best interview if I'm being honest, but I never at no given moment did I ever think like this reminds me of Rihanna back in 29 whatever the fuck. Like I never even thought that. It's like you're reaching.
Yeah.
Like what are you even talking about?
And then they want to like hound her so bad, like, oh, you lied on Gayle King, you lied on the Gayle King show. So what? She said that she didn't do nothing with that man. I would have lied too.
Yeah.
Right.
You see him? I would have lied too. And then he kept taunting her, and then they're blaming her for him going to jail when he kept taunting her.
And
Right.
honestly, like if we're being honest, whether or not she fucked him or not, that still has nothing to do with him shooting her. Like it's
Right.
like those are two commute. Like regardless, like it's almost like so if they weren't sleeping together, would him shooting her make it worse? Like at the end of the day, he still shot somebody. Like he shot a woman.
Okay.
Right.
But then if she had died now, they would have been like, oh, that's so sad. He's so wrong for that.
Mm-hmm. Here's my thing, okay? Because my first initial thought when I heard this, I was like, girl, now we comparing abuses. Second of all, okay. When I thought this conversation, and I mean this discourse with Megan and Nicki that's been going on all weekend, I didn't think it would get any worse. We have now gone further through the 9th level of hell at this point, okay? And for her to sit there and say Rihanna had got like pushback for not saying nothing, let's be very clear. That was wrong. Like she was wrong for that because Rihanna was dragged. Let's be very clear. Rihanna was dragged because there was a conversation going around of saying, well, what did Rihanna do to get abused? Nobody in there said, oh, she needs to speak enough. People was encouraging her not to do that interview with Oprah. So let's be very clear. I mean, Nicki, are we in the same universe? Because that's not what happened, girl. That is not what happened. Also, hold on. I think that it's weird that, girl, this your friend, right? Why are you bringing up her abuse? I mean, because they cool. They you know.
Well, they're not. She doesn't have any friends.
She doesn't have any friends. That's really what it is.
Like.
And
like,
then she
I'm pretty sure she has a problem with you using her as collateral.
She probably do. And then she want to get on Megan and be like, oh, you know, you talked about your ex-friend's child with your current friend. How do you know, like, for you to be like, oh, I thought Moneybag was your boyfriend, your best friend. Mm-hmm. So you know this lady's songs, you know her accomplishments, and you're keeping track of all of this. Why are you putting so much energy into this? That's my thing. If y'all fell out, leave it at that. But I feel like the only way that she is able to stay relevant is if she keep doing the shit that she's doing now.
Yeah. And I think somebody said it so clearly on TikTok when it comes to like, you know, misogynoir is so like it doesn't take much. You get what I'm saying? Like you can say something misogynistic and it'll be like everybody will be like, oh my God, that's the best thing ever. That's the best thing ever. Imagine somebody coming for you in the diss and you saying get up on your good foot, coming for somebody getting abused, right? Yeah. And then the world is like, oh my goodness, this is like the funniest thing ever because it's at the expense of a black woman being assaulted at the hands of, you know, a black.
That's what our mom was saying.
Which I think is just so. It's mean girl energy. It's given very much bully from back in middle school energy. Like this is not right, and people cannot sit there and say, oh, that's a sport and rap. Well, newsflash, nobody's rapping right now. This is all words and tweets. So this is not rap.
Can I also say something too? Now, this is something I've been battling with. Can we be for real? Excuse me. Nicki is not from here. Like Nicki is not American. She's from Trinidad. And I'm not even trying to be xenophobic. I'm not trying to like create no diaspora war. But you know, when I don't know what the laws are against that protect, you know, victims of domestic violence in countries like that and places like that, but I know it's not set up the way it is over here, and so I think that that's also a thing. Like I feel like Nicki comes from a culture, maybe not a culture. I just feel like Nicki's upbringing, like domestic violence was like a thing because wasn't her dad beating her mom's ass too?
That girl in that diss track said that.
I think that this Nicki is she's an older woman. She's not young. She's older. She's in her 40s, and she grew up in a household with where domestic violence was normalized, and so that's why she's making statements like, "Oh, she tried to milk the situation," because in her culture, where she, in her upbringing, her norm, these things just happen, and it is what it is. You just kind of like not. And then over here, it's like, no, that's like really, and the same thing. That's why she's so casual about her little brother raping little girls and saying little stuff about oh well the girl was being fast and this that, and the third. It just goes to show what these are just, like I said, she's just that old auntie that's just regurgitating things that she heard growing up in her household. And it's just sad that you have a platform of millions and millions of young little girls looking up to you, and this is how you're using it. She's trash, and I think that we should just stop supporting the bitch.
And then to have the fan base, because that was another topic of discussion this week when it came to Megan
they messed around and
mother's
found out. I tell you that.
Well, the grave found out. Right, the gravesite of Megan Thee Stallion's mother, that was definitely, they had to up security because they doxed the location of the cemetery,
and they're trying to make it seem.
I'm sorry, didn't she encourage it though? Didn't she say oh, you know what to do?
She was like, no. She said, she was like, if I give the word, if I give the green light, they're gonna be on your ass forever. And then they're trying to make it seem like, I guess on the Barb side, that it was a Cardi B fan that did it, but they backtracked and saw that it was actually a Nicki Minaj fan that did it, but tried to throw it off like it was a Cardi B fan. And then, quick little side note, why the fuck our mom was like, the diss track from Nicki was supposed to be funny. What about that is funny? Her making fun of the girl dead mama. She know her mama dead.
Yeah.
She knows she got shot. She knows she used to mess around. She said all that.
And I think people around her, I think people that want to have the proximity towards her, which is the fans, and the people in the media, like Armand, like even Joe Budden, because I remember he said some stuff like, "Oh, that whole gravesite thing, doxing,
was a PR stunt." Like, shut up, Joe.
Like people around Nicki and people that want proximity to Nicki are going to play this game. And with the TikTok, I don't know if y'all know Ziggy. He definitely talked about how a lot of these fan bases, these barbs or whatever, they are using the intel of their companies that they work for to actually dox these people. Because I'm like, how are you doxing so many people at this time in a whole gravesite? How do you dox where somebody is laid to rest? So
they dox the whole lawyer. Like,
at this point, you're allowing this to control your your well-being, your job, your
mental,
jeopardizing your job.
Yeah.
All for someone that would not pardon you if you get arrested and put in prison for this. That makes absolutely no sense.
I hope they do get arrested and put in jail.
And look, here's the thing, because I was there too at one point. If you are, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of barbs that are feeling the same way, but they really can't say nothing. I was at that part, because I feel like, oh, I got subscribers and I got people that, that probably listen to me because I mess with Nicki. And if I say this and I don't even care. Y'all can go. But at the end of the day, I have to stand on business. I have to be objective with what I'm bringing at the end of the day. Like, you have to hold her accountable. You can still love the girl. You can still love and listen to her music. But at some point, you have to also hold her accountable. And that's just, girl, let me
call a spade a spade, period.
And that's on having integrity. But let's be for real, Barbs. I don't really feel bad for y'all. And Darren, I love you down. But my thing is like, girl, she married a rapist. Like, come on, like, you married, like, it's like, it's like, that's really where I feel like it says a lot about your morals when you just like, and now here we are, fast forward, that's why she's saying all the things that she's saying. It's like, this is no surprise. Like, this woman is very misogynistic. She's internalized, she's suffering from like internalized anti-blackness.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. This didn't come out of nowhere. Like,
I mean, it's definitely a tough time because, like I said in your live, I believe, the fan base in itself is caving in on itself. Let's be very clear. We have people that are 100% going to be down for her. That's the clone. That's the cult of it all. And then we have people that are opening their eyes and saying, "Hey, this is no longer music. This is no longer, me involving myself in rap culture. I'm involving myself in some type of a cult."
Yes, it's toxic, and it's and then it's like,
and she won't be the only one. I think there was a conversation about the Beehive at one point.
Yes.
When it came to that whole Palestine conversation, or her producing her show in Israel, or it's somebody said this too before the year ended, 2023. They said this will be the year where people will start to turn their backs on celebrities.
I can see it honestly, and I'm sorry, Beehive. Y'all real quiet. But if we're being honest, if we're turning our back on Nicki for marrying a rapist, then what the fuck you think society gonna do once them teas start to come out about Jay-Z? Because let's be for real,
girl.
I'm just saying, let's be fair. If Nicki and her fan base ain't shit because of her husband, then I feel like the same thing should apply to other celebrities as well. So,
Correct, because there was a rumor that I think Jay-Z was messing with Foxy Brown when she was like 16 allegedly. And then he got with 15. Beyonce when she was
15 allegedly.
He got with Beyonce when she was what, 17, 18?
Well, Beyonce be lying about her age though. So that's why I'm like, if Beyonce really is older than what she is, which I do believe is the case, then it would have lined up. Like,
right.
Because that's what they say. Y'all be saying that Beyonce is older than what she is, and then y'all be saying that they got together when she was underage. Which one is it? Like,
which one is the child? But anyway, let's move on, child, because girl, at the end of the day, hold Joe Fave accountable.
You saw that stanky pussy ass, sexy red, stanking red.
Show her little feet.
Fuck her.
Like, girl.
Like, no, fuck her for real.
Like, she choosing a bad side. Her and Ice Spice.
You need to like,
Ice Spice. I definitely feel like she's keeping it neutral though. Like she's not picking sides. She's just putting out bad music. But we'll get into her a little bit later. Okay. Now the next topic that I want to get into is none other than Chrisean, honey, girl.
Talking about this whore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has a conversation that I want to have though.
Please.
So basically, she, as previously reported, 2,000 of her fans unfollowed her. Okay. Well,
200,000, right?
200,000. Yeah, I said 2,000, girl. 200K.
I think it was like 300,000.
Now, I saw 300. I saw 4,000. Child, a significant amount of people unfollowed Chrisean.
And she said she doesn't care.
Right, and it's because of her tattooing Blueface face on her cheek, child. And she basically makes a tweet basically saying, the more y'all hate me, the more popular I get. I don't give a F about losing followers. I get paid off engagement, the algorithm. I'm getting 60 million plus views, extra, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, basically saying, I don't care, as more as you hate me, y'all fueling me or whatever. Look, here's the thing. Okay. She's right. Okay, the more we engage. No, I'm not saying she's right for her words and things. I'm saying she's more right. Like, the more we do engage in her and say, I don't mess with her, or she doing, whatever this and the third, the more she gets popular, the more people talk about her. My fear is that she is going to influence like the next generation of kids to act like her in order to be successful in this world. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's like, it's very concerning.
Please.
I feel like her and E.K. act alike.
I mean, unless the next generation is going to be light skinned and look like that, not everybody look like Chrisean. So not everybody gonna be able to get away with that shit. And like I said, that shit gets old after a while. Mm-hmm. It's like there's only but so much. Okay, you tattoo. Okay, so what's next? You gonna tattoo the other side? Okay, so what happens when you do that? You already got your neck. I mean, you took it down. You gonna tattoo it up again? It's like, where's the tattoos of your son? This is what I'm talking about.
Come on.
And it looks like something is wrong with
at least the other girl, because the other girl is saying
no, say it again, Essence. No, I want to talk about it.
Looks like something is wrong with the baby.
No, okay,
not
so
Charles Broccoli.
That's what he looked like.
Stop. All right, listen.
See it.
We're not medical professionals, so I don't think that we should be like, diagnosing this child But if something is wrong with the child, which it likely is, considering who the mother is, yeah, I mean, it's not like I think it's like believable. Like it's not like it's like, oh, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Yeah, we watched you smoke weed, which I mean, I'm not a pregnancy police, so whatever. Like, if you're gonna be smoking,
I am, because that should fuck the baby up.
What's that diagnosis that people are throwing around?
Alcohol fetal syndrome.
Yeah. I mean, they had them side by side pictures. I was like,
I think that the baby just looked like his ugly ass mama. I think that that's what it is. I don't think that anything is wrong with that child. I really don't. I think that he's just a little funny looking because he has a funny looking ass mom. She's not like she's really like that's just what it is.
But you know what though? I think she'll definitely be over because I think Zeus Network is not messing with her no more.
Yeah. They're not about to pay all that money for her.
No, I mean, didn't she get into it with Luminafoil or Luminary? Whatever.
I thought that was Stunner, not her.
No, that was
Chrisean too.
Chrisean was arguing with him too and said that I guess P Diddy allegedly checked him over her because she wanted like $200,000 per episode.
That's too much.
Yeah, she's out of her damn mind.
They're not worth all that. I think. Well, I think she could.
People hype her up to believe that, though. That's the problem.
She could negotiate a mill. I think she's worth a mill.
And honestly, this season of Baddies, you know, is doing fine kind of without her.
Yeah.
You know, as far as numbers, but you know,
I mean, I don't think
you got your
next
sister
season
now.
is going to be good.
Say it again.
Next season?
I don't think next season is going to be good. A lot of people were saying that they don't want to support them no more because what's really the fucking end goal? Y'all beating each other up. Y'all being messy. Everybody's sleeping with each other. Like, what's the end goal? Do y'all get money? Do y'all get put on after this?
People say that, and then the shit goes viral, and then the clips go viral, and it's like, oh shit, like I gotta see.
Yeah, so it's like 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are still gonna watch because that's the same thing that happened with Jocelyn's Cabaret. Now, granted, you know, Jocelyn's Cabaret was at the top of the Zeus Network as well, and we don't give a fuck about that show either. So yeah. Are fickle, but in the beginning when Jocelyn Cabaret shit first dropped, they were like, I'm not watching this shit. When they were talking about the double homicide, they were like, oh, this is offensive, and we surely watched, and that was the best season that they had. So when it just went down,
Jocelyn on probation now.
She should be locked up.
Not locked up.
She should be chained to the radiator.
She should be locked up.
Radiator, honey, girl. Y'all is doing
her
so
and that
much
husband of hers.
Oh.
Well, animals.
I mean,
y'all.
What happened?
Side note: did y'all see that Ari is charging $25 for her close friend?
Ari Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I paid it. I just want to see what's in there.
Why?
I just want to see what's in there. If you're gonna be doing like typical shit that you can put in your regular story, I don't want to see that. But if you're gonna do like juicy fun stuff, I want to see that. I think
nobody want to see Ari Fletcher, Apple, Jigsaw.
That's a lot, Essence. You must got some money to blow.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's just I just want it's curiosity. I'm not gonna pay this every fucking month now. She done lost her damn mind.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody doing that. But I just want to see.
Wow, that's crazy that people are actually willing to pay for that shit because I'm not.
I know. Didn't B. Simone? Yeah, she said she made like thousands of dollars weekly or whatever.
Yeah, because she was taking advantage of the death of her friend.
Yeah,
Lord.
She was being.
Oh yeah, she's like, watch me grieve on my close friends. I'm like, yeah.
Did y'all see Azealia Banks talking about if Nicki Minaj is ready to die?
Yeah, she had this long behind rant talking about how she's like, she's not really beefing with Megan. And she's really just mad at Jay-Z because Jay-Z is kind of propping up Meg Thee Stallion to be like part of Roc Nation. And Nicki wants to be in Roc Nation or be in proximity with Jay-Z.
Why? Because Young Money is down the drain?
That's what it's given.
Yeah, that's what she was saying too. I mean, there's a lot of conversations going on. And I don't want to talk too much about Nicki again because we already talked about her. But like, when it comes to this tour, like, I found it really... okay, concerning that when somebody asked her about this tour and it's like, okay, I'm telling you to listen to the music. I'm like, all right, but we asked about the tour. It will be canceled. I'm telling you right now. And I'm
that's what it's given. Ain't nobody buying.
I'm not putting my money to something that you're gonna cancel like you did with Queen. You canceled the American leg of the tour with Queen. I'm like, girl,
Wait, what was her response when they asked her about the tour?
They asked like a question like, what's going on with the tour? Are we rehearsing, or are you getting everything together? She basically was saying stuff like, oh, well, why are you asking about that? Like, I'm telling y'all the music. When I tell you this music, like, she just changed the subject to talk about her music. And
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
yeah. So there's.
I'm like, so it's not happening, or it's not
I tell y'all, ain't nobody
gonna
was buying her
be
tickets.
as many as locations as she's saying it's gonna be. We're gonna see a lot of canceled shows. I predict. I ain't got time
But
for
she
that,
gotta
girl.
get that money to pay them liens back. Allegedly.
I ain't got time for that. I got time for that, child.
I tell y'all,
Okay.
ain't nobody been buying them tickets.
I believe it when I
told
see it.
y'all.
Well, I don't think no one's buying the tickets. I think that she's just not going to be able to do it because and I'm not in her. I don't know what she does day to day, but we did have some dancers that worked with her in the past that basically said we have not gone to rehearsal, and I'm not going to do this show if I don't have a contract. And the person is verifiable because he did stuff with her in the past. So like, it's just a lot going on. You're supposed to go on tour next month. You can't rehearse in a month, girl. I sound like Natalie. Now you killed your mama.
But in better news,
what?
Megan Thee Stallion is going on tour, and I'm
That's what I was about to
excited.
ask. Are y'all going? I'm going.
I'm going.
I'm
I'm getting VIP.
And let me say this: I'm not a concert girl. I don't really care for concerts, but I'm gonna go just for the culture because I'm really mad. I'm really mad that I didn't go to see Beyonce this year.
Me too, man.
I was getting married and I was like dealing with that. So now I'm not missing out on any like big, you know what I'm saying? And I like Megan's music, so I'm gonna go. So I feel like it's gonna be fun. I feel like she's gonna give us a show.
Yeah.
All right, period.
Girl, yeah, I want to go. Like, if she offered to go backstage, do like a meet and greet. If she got like an after party, I'm trying to go to everything.
Right.
All right, so let's
we gonna become friends after this tour.
Right. All right, let's move on. Okay, so since we did bring her up in the past, child, and this is on music now. So Ice Spice, girl, there's a couple of topics with Ice Spice. So first of all, she gets on this interview. I don't know if y'all saw it with the curly Andy top. I was like, girl, we still doing the curly Andy top. Okay.
That's real hair. I mean,
is her real hair?
I thought it was. I thought it was her real hair. That's why I thought it was.
I don't follow her,
Lord.
so I don't know.
Oh Lord. So she gets in this interview and she basically says she is dropping a new album. She's dropping her first debut album, called Y2k. Okay. And that it's coming out this year. And what do you guys think? Are you gonna be?
But do she make enough good songs for an album though?
I mean, her last EP, it only had a couple TikTok bops, and now TikTok ain't working because we got to get into this next topic after that. But like, girl, what are you gonna do when it comes to promoting music, honey? I'm pretty sure she's under Universal.
Listen, it's going to be a very challenging time for her and like other TikTok artists that their music blows up because of TikTok. Because if you can't promote it on TikTok, what are you gonna do?
Right. And my thing is this: if you rely on that app, and then because and that's why I thought she would never come out or say she's making an album, because you always it'll be another time. You'll come out with something catchy and then you'll put it on TikTok and then people will start getting to it. And that's how you really elevate with your music. She's not the type of girl to come out with a whole ensemble of songs. So I'm like very worried about like, girl, you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to get into this? Because I don't see anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I can see a couple songs hitting.
Wait, so you're saying she shouldn't release an album?
I don't think she should. I think she should do what she's been doing. Like every time she come out with a release, even this whole think you ain't even a fart. This is stupid, but like it went viral. Again, she has the ability to go viral with the songs that she comes out with. I think if she comes out with an album, it's gonna draw her to work a little bit harder, and I don't think that the music is just it's not gonna show for it.
Well,
I don't have her EP.
I don't see why this woman is getting so many accolades with no album out. Like, why are we calling her the princess of rap with no album?
Right.
What if albums aren't just viable anymore. Like you're not really making money off it. Why should I put out a project? Why can't I just put out music here and there throughout the year?
I mean,
because she's new.
If it worked, but it's been working for her though. It's been how many years has she been in here?
Because of colorism. That's the only reason why that shit is working for her. Like, I'm sorry, it's just like, and it doesn't work after. But colorism can only get you so far. Now, when it's time for you to actually put out a body of work, you think you the fart or whatever the hell you're talking about. Like, what? Like, I be going hard. Like, shut up. Like, it's just like, honestly, like, I feel like it's giving really much so like nursery rhymes. I really feel like I could go to any like elementary school in Philly and I could find a child to come up with something better than that. Like,
oh, it's gonna we're gonna start having writers soon. I'm telling you that much, child.
Yeah. People not taking any time to actually like.
But the problem with her is right. The problem with Ice Spice though, her, like, I feel the same way about Meg, and y'all can, whatever. We got to change the flow and cadence because it sounds the same. And I'm not trying, and I'm really talking about Ice Spice. I'm really, but I ain't gonna lie. The last couple Meg stuff, I was with, okay, but like back, like them past couple songs.
Yeah, when she first came out with the, it's just like, okay, man.
Well, who you talking about now?
I'm talking about Megan when she first came out and she would like do that.
I thought she was better. I thought she was better back then because we were new to this. Like it was we weren't used to this type of rapping. Then as it kept on going,
she would do it on like slow, like classic, 90s hip hop beats. And it's just like, I want you to ride that shit. I'm tired of this. It's like, okay, all right. Like,
yeah, like
I mean, she do have some songs like that though.
Yeah, she does, and that's why I like it better. It's just after a while,
I need her to change something. Like, I really do. And people say, oh no, it's because her accent. That's not true.
That's not it. Yeah, it's the same thing with the baby. Like, it's like switch it up a little.
Yes, it's the same thing with the baby. But back to Ice Spice though, like I feel like that is her problem as well. Like she is like, what is this? Drill is kind. I'm not saying drill is over, but like drill kind of is over, and it's just like, girl,
is it?
I think so.
I'm tired. I think you're just over it.
Oh well, we'll see what the audience thinks. I think it's done. Like it's not who doing drill at this point.
Oh, I don't listen to drill, but I know that when I go to the club, that's all they play.
They play drill.
Yeah, in Philly they do.
I mean, it's like I guess it's still kind of in, but like nobody's really jumping to. Oh my goodness, this drill album's about to come out. Like let's have this big moment. Like, what else are you going to do? Okay, if you want to be if you're gonna try to be under Nicki wing or whatever, we're gonna try to have to be versatile because this same type of ABC 1, 2, 3 is just not gonna work, and I don't see how it's gonna translate into an album.
I know we're not talking about Nicki anymore, but I don't. So they want Megan to be signed to Rock Nation? Ain't she signed to somebody else?
She's independent. No. I don't know. I mean, because Rock Nation is promoting her. I think they're trying to get her to become a Rock Nation artist. Because I have seen a lot of Rock Nation posts about his and everything. Like, Rock Nation is definitely propping her up. So I think that they're trying to see where she can go. And if she is coming out with a project, we'll see.
I think that's something like her management team or something like that.
Azealia needs to shut the fuck up.
Azealia, I mean, girl,
for real, she do though. Something wrong with her.
Talking, child.
It's just like, I'm so tired of you talking about things that you've never accomplished. Like, talk about things that you've accomplished, and like, we know you're that girl. We know you have. We know it. But again, colorism, yes, that also has played a part. But it's not all colorism now. It's a large part of it, but it's you.
All right. Now we got to move on to the next topic because we did talk about this. We did talk a little bit about this before we got into it. But UGM, the Universal Music Group, removed their music from TikTok. Now on Tuesday, UGM used the video platform, which is TikTok, for attempting to bully them into a bad deal. They said that when it comes to like the record labels, they're really concerned about how their artists are going to get compensated, and they're saying something about AI generated music is kind of taking over and all this other stuff. And they're basically blaming TikTok, and they said they had a contract with them, and then they said, it's really up. Like we want to move all of our catalog, our artists' catalog off of the app. So, if y'all notice, for the creators, y'all videos have been silent. And I had to really edit some videos myself, and it's just like annoying because I'm like, can't you just take out the whole, like, just take out the song instead of taking my voice out? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so difficult, but ultimately, I think that this is really going to hurt a lot of new artists.
Yes,
because the bigger artists, they'll find a way to get their music promoted and stuff like that. But the smaller artists that really breaks out, when you think about people like who really popped off on TikTok? The Moni Love. You get what I'm saying? Like people like that grew up, with TikTok. It's gonna be really hard to promote your music because nobody's going on these streaming services. No one's going on Apple Music for new music. Honey, I listen to music I already know.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like I think that's such a disservice to the artist and also to Universal Music Group, because who's gonna be like all of your new albums that's gonna be coming out? How y'all gonna promote it? Because music is on TikTok now. It's not the radio no more. It's not Instagram. It's not Facebook. Their interfaces are trash.
Right.
Yeah. I'm about to say, because like even if you go on like Instagram or Facebook with it, or even Twitter, I've seen a few music videos on Twitter, and it's been good, getting good traction. But TikTok is where everybody is at most of the time.
Right.
That's where it needs to be at, because on Instagram, you can post a video to a song, but it's Instagram and TikTok is so different in so many ways.
Yeah, that is true. And at the end of the day, like the interface was so easy. Like you could sit there and hear a song on a video. I'm like, I like this song. Click on the little thing, the little spinning song. You'll figure out what it is.
You can do that on Snapchat.
Here. Yeah.
Like Shazam, I think that's what it's called.
It uses Shazam technology. Oh yeah, the Shazam technology. You can screen. Yeah. And like I said, like girl, I mean, even the bigger artists, I mean, they're not gonna get too much heat from this, but like I remember I looked at a lot of artists like Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Well, I don't know about Beyonce. I think Beyonce music is still there because she's not with Universal.
But like Drake.
But Drake and The Weeknd, Nicki too, because I looked at her page, her stuff is silent.
I think Ariana Grande, I want to say.
I don't think she's with Universal. I think she is with. I think she with.
I feel like I saw her picture on there. But I know Drake and Nicki for sure.
Yeah.
And it was just
like I said, the music is on. Yeah, music is on TikTok. Like, girl, what y'all gonna do?
That's where I need to be at. Yeah.
Everybody want to put TikTok as this big bad wolf. Girl, y'all gonna learn. Y'all
2024 is about to be crazy.
It's about to be crazy. I mean, music is already kind of declining though. If we really want to get into it, like I have not heard I haven't heard a number one song yet. Even though we got number one songs coming out, but like,
you talking about this year?
This year, yeah. I don't count Vanilla Baby. I don't care how long they stay up number one in the chart. Jack Harlow, girl, bye.
Yeah, I don't.
Girl, so speaking of that, y'all, side note, I don't know if y'all be paying attention to what they be tweeting on Twitter, but why was your fave telling the Barbs to scream that white man song, Ben Shapiro? And then at first it was Jack Harlow, and then it was Ben Shapiro, because y'all know they was trying to save number one for Nicki and try to, scream her song back to number one. But I was like, y'all so petty. Like, why? This is why nobody want to listen to music now, because of this thing.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely off-putting to see people, sharing Dave Shapiro, that white supremacist. I don't want to talk about that person.
Like they don't make anything about music fun anymore, because now it's like, oh, you gotta battle with somebody and you gotta get into it because somebody don't like this person. It's like, y'all don't know these people, number one. And number two, y'all can like different people and everybody still be cool.
Everybody can still be cool. I don't know why.
Well, I guess with exceptions. Like if you like a, rapist or a racist or, not like that. But, like outside of that, like I just feel like the fans are ruining music.
Yeah, and that's what I said on the live stream the other day. I think that stan culture needs to die. I think it's definitely ran its course. It was definitely something that was like, okay, funny, like, oh, your fave didn't do this or your fave didn't do that. Like it was playful in the beginning, but now it's getting to the point where people are getting doxxed and you know, people are getting.
It's been. I mean, I'm not.
I feel like in the beginning it was kind of like when we was in college and stuff like that, like Stan Twitter, like people
Yeah.
like the Arianators and
Yeah, but like I'm sorry. I've always found y'all to be annoying as fuck. Like, for me, it's like maybe I guess it's one thing. I guess like on Twitter or whatever. But I'm talking about like in person, like at the Thanksgiving table. I don't want to debate about Beyonce and Nicki and Cardi. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I promise you, they're not talking about us. So. Like,
it's the celebrity worshipness. I think, like I said, it was a point where it was like something to be entertained on social media, because I don't be having conversations like this in person, child. Unless, let me say something. Like I tell a lot of people, I'll talk about this stuff when I'm getting paid. Okay, I'm on YouTube and TikTok, girl. I'm not having this conversation outside of what I do. But, you know, I imagine there probably is some people that's like that, and they just, you know, they got nothing else going for them, so they got to talk about things that they think that are irrelevant, and, you know, they want to distract themselves. Somebody said this too. I don't see why y'all don't use that same energy to get the government. And I'm not trying, and I ain't trying to say I'm a, you know, terrorist or anything like that. I'm saying like all this stuff that you can use against these dang politicians that be abusing their power and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like the resources that y'all have to like dox people. You get what I'm saying? You can't dox Donald Trump like
right. You can't expose him for what he did.
Come on.
Like tap the system to get our loans forgive. Like, what the fuck?
Like do something for the greater good.
Send us all stimulus checks.
I'm sorry. Are y'all seeing this tea with Carlos King and Mariah Huck?
What's going on with Mariah, girl? Not Mariah, honey.
And then, like, apparently, Contessa's about to sue Buffy for like defamation. Yeah,
I never heard of that. I guess
I'm on Twitter right now. And like, they just started. Apparently, Buffy went on to Oliver Twix. I know Oliver.
Yeah, I know Oliver. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you feel about Oliver?
He okay. He okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. She went on to Oliver Twix's platform. I'm not sure what she said, but whatever she said, Contessa saying she's gonna sue for defamation.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we'll hear more about that. I'll probably do a little bit more research on that before we get into that. And
did you watch the Carlos King interview with her?
I actually didn't, but I heard some of the highlights. Like she was talking about, you know, some of the girls and how she was done and whatever.
I mean, being an executive producer and stuff.
Yeah, and that's
she's
kind
so
of messed up.
She's such a bit like she really is. Like I'm sorry, they really could not take Mariah. Like that's really what it is. She's beautiful.
They couldn't.
She's beautiful. She's a businesswoman. Like she's ahead of her time. She's married. She's married to her husband is a millionaire. He has like, have you seen that estate? Like
he bought a building for her. Like
I was getting there. I'm getting there. Like them bitches have nice houses. She has an estate. Like they really cannot take her. But yes, she has her own studio. They really like y'all.
And she stood on business by herself. She didn't need a whole army.
Like what? Create a whole franchise, but where she went wrong is that she signed a bad deal.
Yeah, and I think also, you know, she's gonna watch that kingdom crumble anyway.
Yeah.
Because ever since Quad left, I have been forcing myself to watch Married to Medicine. Like it is.
I can't tell you the last episode I watched.
I didn't even watch the last episode. I was like,
girl. Sweet Tea telling Jackie F you, and I think that Ben needed to be said to Jackie because we all know Jackie has been the villain. I think after the season it's going to be okay. This is enough because everybody is sick of everybody. I'm sick of Heavenly and her being Jackie lapdog. I'm sick of Dr. Simone, her being a mean girl. Jackie too. Toya is just stupid to me, and I from the bottom of my booty, I feel like she does not like Eugene. She just want him for the money.
Yeah.
Because how all these years and all these seasons go by and you don't know what makes you happy. This man cannot make you happy. He's doing everything and he cannot make you happy.
I mean, don't get me.
She was cheating on him.
I think that there is a love, like an unconditional love that you have when you have a child with somebody. But like outside of that unconditional love, like I don't think I think that that's it. Like I think that she just
I don't think nothing's there.
Yeah,
like
I don't.
Toleration, like you tolerate.
Yeah, I don't. I think that he loves her, but I don't think. I think that she just loves him just because that's the father of her child and like her
And he got some money on her, and you know,
Yeah,
she's
it's
doing
given.
nothing.
Honestly, since I saw them, I always felt gold digger with Toya because you always coming up with all these new things that you want to do with his money. What are you doing to bring money in?
Somebody said that they think that she's actually like trying to like work him into the ground, have him work like 100 hours a week, so that she could kill him and take out an insurance policy.
Oh, girl.
I believe that because the way he used to work and how he had to work so hard to pay back
Yeah.
all that money that they owed to the fucking IRS, like,
and it's like,
that man.
And then it's like, where don't they get 6-figure incomes? As it is, you owed $100,000 to the IRS. You make $100,000 a season. Why is he working all these jobs when, like, why you could have easily just wrote a check?
Because Toya lives beyond her means. We've been seeing that. Toya lives beyond her means, and she tries to keep up with everybody else. But these people have 2 income households. Y'all only have 1.
And the fact that she's like, oh, like being a mom is a full-time job. Like, yeah,
okay, girl.
Yeah, it is. But like, your kids are grown. Like, your kids are in high school. You're not wiping their butt and giving them baths. Like, they practically watch themselves at this point.
Yeah.
Like, so
that's why she's doing that little wine thing to do some type of project. Make sure I'm doing something. I'll put a penny to the savings. You know, just a little penny. But anyway, child, let's move on with our last topic, child. I guess this is a topic we can really be quick with this. Girl, you heard about Just Hilarious? It's been officially announced that she's going to be on the Breakfast Club.
I don't like her. I really dislike her with every bone in my body. I don't like her. I think that she is weird. I think that she is such a mean girl. Like the stuff that she said about even though Wendy is a mean girl, but what she said about her whole skin condition, that was so whack to me.
Fuck Winnie.
I mean, yeah, but like, don't come after her skin condition because you laughing at her when that can be your situation too. Like, I don't think she's funny. I think she used to be funny, but then she started being mean, and I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. I think it's just her content started to change and be more like with bigotry. Like, yeah. I remember what got me was when she was on the airplane. I guess it was some Arab.
Oh God.
Child.
It's so hard to forget about that. Like, every time I'm like,
what happened?
Girl, she was on the airplane and she recorded like an Indian man, and he had on his like cultural garment, and she was like, oh, like, what are you doing on here? Like, just being a bitch. Yes, girl, trying to make it seem like he was like some sort of terrorist. It's like, leave that man alone.
And then she cried about it, talking about something. No, because I was concerned for my life. Yes, I'm like, girl.
Yes, girl, made a whole thing, like literally filmed a complete stranger just boarding the plane and was like, what are you doing here? Like, just being just being real dumb. And then people were like, what the fuck are you, like, what the fuck you mean? What are you doing here? And then she's like, well, I felt threatened. Like, what?
She reminds me of Tiffany Haddish, and I don't really know.
I don't think Tiffany Haddish would have went that far.
Oh, please.
No.
Tiffany Haddish does anything for a Kiki moment to be seen. She is very much attention thirsty.
Whatever. I mean, remember, like, she was just like everywhere, and then we just stopped. It's almost like it was giving industry plant. Like, but going back to Just Hilarious.
Do you think she's right for the show?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I think she's messy.
She's a female Kanye. Not a female Kanye. A female Charlamagne.
Charlamagne the goddess.
Charmaine the goddess. Okay, Charmaine. Okay, they just alike. Charlene.
Yeah.
I think she's messy just like the men on there. So
I didn't understand like, what was it? They was trying to make it seem like she wasn't coming back or something.
I guess they wanted it to do that for drama.
And it didn't work. It flopped.
It did.
Tomato,
I don't think
corny.
A lot of people really cared. I won't really listen to the Breakfast Club, really. Besides that, making that Stallion interview.
Oh, because I feel like I could hear Charlamagne now. So why are you beefing with Nicki?
Right.
Why you come for her?
Like her? What does she know that we don't know? What happened between y'all?
And I would have turned her back. So why'd you rape that little girl?
Oh.
Why'd you drug that little girl?
Oh. Girl.
Why did you bleach your
skin?
I
feel like I definitely feel like I want to see an interview with, because we need to know or maybe Meg just really just don't know why Nicki just started beefing with her, and it just really started with Nicki. But like, was there something that happened? Was there some type of exchange? I just want to know, child.
I think what it was is she took the whole like, oh, she tried to give me, alcohol while I was pregnant, and she was telling me to get rid of my baby, which she even came out to say that she was lying and she was just trying to get
I just
pregnant.
don't believe
I
that that
think
is the
that's
main reason, though. Like the whole
I
abortion
think
thing.
that's what it is. And on top of her working with Cardi B, because there was
Mhm.
a tip, it was a tweet of her saying that, oh, such and such is a money bag your best friend, and money is one of Cardi B's songs. So you know her song and you know what she got going on, and you're upset because of this thing with the Cardi B situation, but you want everybody else to believe that, oh, she was trying to give you alcohol while you was pregnant when you weren't pregnant.
Mm.
And I think because nobody is really believing and understanding why she doesn't like her, it's now becoming, oh, I'm gonna throw a tantrum because nobody's believing me and nobody's on my side. I'm falling from my throne. That's what it is.
Mm. Well, we will definitely see what happens in the course of a couple of days. That is it with this episode. We are done up out here, honey. Okay, so thank y'all so much for watching. For the replay watchers, I know, girl, y'all should have been on the live, but I will definitely be back with the next episode. Glad you stayed this long, and until next time, I'm your host Darren Green, and this is the Darren Green Show signing out. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.